It's a Tanakh game.
Change your mind about
Any
that
tribe
brew?
can enjoy it. Ah, come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
What's this? Tutorials and challenges. I get rewards. Skill points. Strike pieces. You know what? Let's try this. Right, beginner set. Opponent has 2 of those burrowers. I have 2 burrowers.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each
This is
machine
interesting.
can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round.
Okay.
Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn.
I see this overcharge option.
We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Okay.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine.
Okay, so move here. Whoops. There and then
Not
attack.
pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move one space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean.
Okay. Risk and reward benefit there.
That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece.
This is interesting. It's got actually quite a bit of strategy to it.
You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean.
Yeah, where I'll take out her piece, but I'll still have a piece remaining, so...
Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Alright, tutorial completed. One step closer to mastering the game of Machine Strike. It's a very interesting game, I gotta say. Then they'll teach me about terrain and knockback, and then machine type and skills. And then challenges of easy, medium, hard, regular. Okay, so I'd have to beat all 4 boards to get that bristleback strike piece. And 0 of 3 beginner players defeated. Defeat all 3 beginner strike players to earn this reward. So I'm guessing that would be beating her all the way and then 2 others. Interesting. Let's learn about this while we're at it. Why not? Whoa. Open glossary. Machine types. Melee, gunner, dash, pole, swoop, ram. Okay. Okay. Ah, the board. Chasm, -2. Marsh, -1. Grassland, 0. Forest, hill, mountain. Okay, so how much it drops or how much it raises. Okay. Interesting. Let's give it a go.
Ah, I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines.
Okay.
Now the combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out.
Okay. And that makes sense then why the one on the right of hers has a combat power of 1, because it's on a forest terrain, but not currently attacking.
There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack powers since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it. Which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you.
Okay, so that's where a lot more of the strategy will come into as well, between terrain and the knockbacks, to combo off from. Interesting.
Alright, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play.
Nice. There's that tutorial, and then one more, machine types and skills.
Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army. Knowing what each machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same time. With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have. But a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type and skills. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that machine on your left. All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff.
Okay.
Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the pieces. Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram type machine. Attack an enemy with it and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece, a dash type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board before you send it off to the races. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you. Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do, so I made you a list. It's got all the tips and tricks we talked about, too. I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know.
Yeah, let's play a real game. Let's see how much of that I picked up on. She's just gonna use 2 burrowers. Ready to start? Yep.
Good luck.
Alright, so do I get to choose? Oh, I only got 2 burrowers? What?
I'm up.
Start there.
Board's all yours.
Alright, let's do that. And let's go ahead and attack.
Armor is a machine's best defense.
Let's overcharge it.
A single machine left? That ain't good.
We'll move this over and go and end our turn.
My turn. Your turn.
Let's do that. And that.
Looks like I lost.
Nice. Got 75 shards. Cool. Now let's do this. Beginner set.
This is gonna be fun.
Alright, I'm getting the hang of this a little bit. Quite fun, actually, too. I like it. It's that RAM type. I think I'm going with that height. And this one I'll throw over here.
You're up, Red.
When attacking from hill terrain. Which is that one. So, let's go ahead and throw that there. Throw the burrower forward. Are both these lance horns? Yes. So both from hill.
Time
Oh, that's right.
to make my move.
I forgot only 2 at a time.
Your move, Red.
Could move this to be at a disadvantage, but... Overcharge it? No, no, no. Let's do this.
You're just hammering down on my pieces now.
Will this still have that same effect? And knock it?
One less
It
piece on the
does.
board.
Sweet. Let's overcharge.
Oh, bold choice.
Now let's see if that screws me. A little bit.
Off the board.
Not too bad, though. And if I overcharge it, yeah, it won't help me. So, let's do this and attack. Then we'll overcharge.
Got a tough fight ahead of me. Time to get serious.
Uh-oh. I only got one piece
That's
left.
it for me.
I gotta be careful. What am I doing? No, 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 no. Oh, that's right. I can overcharge.
You got me. Fair and square.
Sweet. That was more challenging, but quite fun.
Let's do this.
Now this is more of a real game then. Let's throw that there. Another burrower there. Scrounger. Which is another melee type. Throw over here. A Scrounger over here. Lancehorn Ram. Let's... Put that there. I'll throw the second one here.
Let's see. You're
Where's
up,
the weak
Red.
points? Behind. We'll do that, and we'll do that. Don't want to overcharge it. I'm only -1. I could overcharge both. Well, actually, I'd only need to this one.
That was brutal.
Call it good.
Okay, let's see. Your turn.
Plus on combats, that do 1. I'd still do only 1. So, let's do this. And overcharge? Yeah, let's overcharge.
Ah, off the board it goes.
And let's move this to protect it.
I'm up.
Ooh, ooh.
That's how you do it.
No!
Well, that's done now.
Oh, shoot. I miscalculated. Let's sprint. Overcharge.
Knocked right off the board.
Yes. Sprint. Overcharge.
One less piece on the board.
Good. Good, good. I'm in a decent spot here. I'm surprised she didn't attack. So, we'll overcharge.
Oh,
Take the
I thought I
advantage.
had that one.
Sweet. I didn't realize I only need 1 more point. Alright, we only got the regular board left, so let's do it. Wait, what? Oh, create your own set. Must use at least 7 set of points to play this set in a game. Okay. Let's have at least 1 of each. How much set of points is each of these? Just 1, okay. So essentially this one's superior. So let's remove that. And let's see, mountain or hill. Let's do hill. There we go. Right.
Let's play.
Oh, please tell me that was hill. That I'm looking at you there. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see how I do. This one's good on grasslands. From mountain and from hill. So for hill, we're gonna want another hill. I think I can only get 1 more then. Another hill one. Oh, I can bring this in. Well, I'll be darned.
Time to get serious.
Holy crap.
Your move, Red.
At the start of each turn, all pieces within attack range lose -1 health. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna want to take that thing out. Like, immediately. What would overcharging do here? Nothing. +1 from grasslands, so that's just armor. That'll actually do damage. Overcharge? Yeah.
Ah, off the board it goes.
I have to end my turn.
Time to make my
Holy crap. Oh, shoot.
That was brutal.
Oh, I'm getting demolished here.
Well, that's done now.
She just needs to take one more point for me. These are grasslands, right? No, it's forest. That's grassland. How far can it move? Only that far. Shoot. Guess let's end it there. Do I have to move? I mean,
My turn.
let's see what she does.
Board's all yours.
I have a feeling she wants me to. Just to make myself vulnerable. Let's take her bait.
Knocked right off the board. Time to make my move.
What's she gonna do?
Guess luck's not on your side today, Red.
Shoot. We're gonna retry
Here
that.
we go.
Guess I'm gonna have to use all these anyways, so let's put Scrapper there again. Landshorn's good from hill, so put that there. Grazer from grassland. Let's put that there. Another grazer, so I'll put it here. Grassland again. And from mountain, which isn't useful here.
That's it for me. This is also good from grasslands. Let's move it there. I'm up. One less piece on the board.
I need to get rid of that bristleback. I could then over.
Well,
Yeah, let's
that's
do that
done now.
overcharge. That way at least this sacrifice isn't so bad.
Ah, off the board it goes.
There, that way I'm on the board at least.
That was brutal.
What the? I didn't realize that thing could move so far. Sweet.
Hey! Oh, that was the perfect spot.
Now I'll take that piece
Off the
down.
board it
Sweet.
goes.
Ooh.
knocked right off the board.
Alright, so she got a burrower, lancehorn, scrounger. These are good for attacking from hill.
Hey! I like that piece where it was.
Alright, so now I'm at 5. Overcharge again. Yep. Because this will get me a 7.
Well, spark my
Yes!
forge. You have beaten me on every one of my boards. Now that deserves a prize, I say.
Nice. Now I got the bristleback and some shards. Sweet.
I'll see you later, Aloy.
That was pretty fun, actually. I'll enjoy those. One thing I do wonder, though, is why is that one red? Manual saves still look the same? Yes, it does. Right. Yeah, that'll be it for this recording of Forbidden West. Oh, that's cool. Kids just running around playing. Yeah, that'll end this first recording. Interesting stuff, for sure. And when we come back, we'll actually do the quests here. And probably the melee pit. So that way we can get this place up and running. And then also we can see what these vendors have. Between the Stitcher for the outfits and the Hunter for hunting goods. As well as the Herbalist for remedies. But that'll be next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on it so far, and especially on graphics and where you think it falls so far on next gen performance, graphics, what you think of what the gameplay is, and all that. But till then, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys continue to enjoy this series, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a great day.